Céad Míle Fáilte. Welcome to the Treasured Tales of Ireland, a place where you can come and listen to the many myths, legends, folktales, and fairy tales of the Emerald Isle as a way to keep the stories of old alive. My name is MyLinda Butterworth, and I will be your teller of tales. I hope you will join me each week for the new tales, and if you enjoy my work, then like, comment, and subscribe so you don't miss an episode. And don't forget to check out our other playlists for more stories. Before we start, you should note that if you're listening with the closed caption feature, that many of the Irish names don't sound the way they look, and we've made every attempt to say them properly. Now, let's get started. Today, we continue with the stories of the ever-living living ones. Part 5 of 15, the Aine, episode 13. Now, as to the Aine, there some said was a daughter of Manannán, but some say she was the Morgú herself. There was a stone belonged to her that was called Caher Aine, and if anyone would sit on that stone, he would be in danger of losing his wits, and anyone that would sit on it 3 times would lose them forever. And people whose wits were astray would make their way to it, and mad dogs would come from all parts of the country and would flock around it, and then they would go into the sea to Aine's place there. But those that did cures by herbs said she had power over the whole body, and she used to give gifts of poetry and of music, and she often gave her love to men, and they called her Leanan Sidhe, the sweetheart of the Sidhe. And it was no safe thing to offend Aine, for she was revengeful. Oilioll Oluim, a king of Ireland, killed her brother one time, and it was what she did. She made a great yew tree by the enchantment beside the river Oilioll, and she put a little man in it, playing sweet music on the harp. And Aine's son was passing the river, and his stepbrother, and they saw the tree, and heard the sweet music from it. And first they quarreled as to which of them would have the little harper, and then they quarreled about the tree, and then they asked a judgment from Aine, and he gave it for his own son. And it was the bad feeling about that judgment that led to the battle of Murchadh, and Aine and his 7 sons were killed there. And so Aine got her revenge. Since Aine's story was so short, let us continue with part 6 of 15, Aoibhell. And Aoibhell, another woman of the Sidhe, made her dwelling place in Craiglia. And at the time of the battle of Clontarva, she set her love on a young man of Munster, Dubhlaing Artigan, that had been sent away in disgrace by the King of Ireland. But before the battle he came back to join the Murchadh, the king's son, and to fight for the Gael, and Aoibhell came to stop him. And when he would not stop with her, she put a druid covering about him, the way no one could see him. And he went where Murchadh was fighting, and he made a great attack on the enemies of Ireland, and he struck them down on every side. And Murchadh looked around him, and he said, "It seems to me I hear the sounds of the blows of Dubhlaing Artigan, but I do not see him myself." Then Dubhlaing threw off the druid covering that was about him, and said, "I will not keep this covering upon me when you cannot see me through it. And come now across the plain to Aoibhell is," he said, "for she can give us news of the battle." So they went where he was, and she bade them both to quit the battle, for they would lose their lives in it. But Murchadh said to her, "I will tell you a little true story," he said. that fear for my own body will never make me change my face. And if we fall, he said, the strangers will fall with us, and it is many a man will fall by my own hand, and the Gael will be sharing their strong places. Stop with me, Dubhlaing, she said then, and you will have 200 years of happy life with myself. I will not give up Murchadh, he said, or my own good name for silver or gold. And there was anger in Aoibhell when he said that, and she said, Murchadh will fall, and you yourself will fall, and your proud blood will be on the plain tomorrow. And they went back into the battle and got their death there. And it was Aoibhell gave a golden harp to the son of Murchadh, the time he was getting his learning at the school of Sidhe in Connacht, and that he heard his father had got his death by the king of Lochlan, and whoever heard the playing of that harp would not live long after it. And Murchadh's son went where the 3 sons of the king of Lochlan were, and played on his harp for them, and they died. It was that harp Cuchulainn heard the time his enemies were gathering against him at Murchadh, and he knew by that his life was near its end. And here is where I end my tales for today. But I'll be back with more tales, many more tales. Until then, my friends, enjoy the journey. Slán go fóill. Bye for now. If you enjoyed this story, please give us a thumbs up and comment. It truly helps us.